Welcome, guys. We are Beyond the Answer. Recently, I was scrolling through social media and came across a piece of artwork that really caught my attention. It looked amazing, and honestly, I assumed it was created by a professional artist. But then I found out it was actually generated by AI in just a few seconds. That made me stop and think. If something created so quickly can feel so real, what does that mean for creativity today? Hi everyone, I'm your host today, Hervey, and welcome to Beyond the Answer, where we explore questions that don't have simple answer. Today, we are going to explore a very interesting question. Can AI truly be creative? And joining me today is our guest, Mr. Cairo, who will be sharing his thought and perspective with us. Hi, Mr. Cairo.
Hello, hi, I'm good. I just finished lunch.
Okay, sure. Okay, so thanks for being here today. Before that, let's take a quick look at how AI is being used today in a short AI spotlight segment. AI tools are changing the way we create. They help us user write, design, generate ideas quickly and easily. For example, Canva AI allows users to generate design directly within the platform, even without professional skills. While this makes content creation more accessible, it also raises an important question. Is AI supporting human creativity or slowly replacing it? Now, let's briefly understand what AI generate content actually is. AI generate content refers to things like image, music, writing, and even videos that are created using artificial intelligence tools. These systems are trained on large amount of existing human created data, and they learn patterns to generate new content. For example, tools like ChatGPT can write essays, while design platforms like Canva AI can create poster or visual within a second. Because of this, AI is becoming more common in creative industry, but at the same time, it raises questions about originality and authorship. When we talk about AI, one of the biggest concerns people have is whether it's actually creating something new or just copying what already existing. So, Mr. Cairo, do you feel that AI is truly creative, or it is mainly imitating human work in a more advanced way?
Alright, to talk about AI, AI means what, right? Okay, AI is artificial intelligence. It means we create. Okay, that's this thing. So it's kind of like different from my era, which is when I study. Right, we need to do everything from our creative part, which is using hands, this means we need to read first, we need to understand first, right? But for me, my understanding is what my opinion is, the AI is, for me, it's not truly creative. It's just like they try to get whatever your prompt first, alright? For example, if you search the pop art, if you know what pop art is, and then
We call this kind of AI try to get whatever the matching word pop art and whatever it is the pop art means, and then they combine it, okay, based on that, and the result is they will show it to you. For me, it is not truly creative. Whatever is from the system, from the call the algorithm, I think it's called that. I'm not sure if they call it like that. Yes. So for me, it's not truly creative. Just whatever they get from the image, data, everything, and put into one visual. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Because many people argue that since AI learned from existing data, it might cross into issues like plagiarism or ethical concern.
Yeah.
From your perspective, where should we draw the line between inspiration and copying when it comes to AI?
All right. For copying, one thing is normally if I teach in the design section, this is my model probably, right? You can inspire it. Inspired, yes, it's okay. Inspired, it's called inspiration. All right, inspiration just means like you have structure. You're learning that first. You know what's that. For example, if I talk about the Picasso, if you know what Picasso is, from this ism called Cubism, all right, it's one of the modern art, all right, artists called Picasso, all right. This artist creates something, all right. To get for this artist to have this kind of like ideation, then also this artist need to learn first, all right. So for the student, okay, right, they need to have some inspiration, maybe from existing, like from this artist, from this inspiration. Yes, good. But for copying, right, it's exactly copy or mimic exactly things. Like, for example, like you have someone wearing the pink T-shirt with a certain of style, for example, and you just copy and paste. It's called copying. All right, this is the draw line between copying and inspiration. All right, it's my perspective about that. When it comes to AI, yes.
Okay, I
Right.
understand. At the same time, there's another side to this. Some people believe that creativity itself is about combining ideas in a new ways, and AI might actually be doing exactly that. So, in your opinion, what actually defines creativity? Does it require human emotion and intention, or can the final outcome alone be considered creativity?
Okay, so because this AI, they have from the what you call the system, right? They don't have any human emotion. You can say that. It means like how they can represent emotion, how this one can represent anger. All right, emotion is called anger, sad, calm, everything. Sometimes, all right, they can do just replicate thing and like they copy, and sometimes they say this like represent something like emotion, but at the end is this one the hard for them, hard for AI to generate that. Okay, they can say creative, but somehow the lack of emotion, lack of touch, human touch. And then for me, is final outcome is lack of something like a food without taste, like it's like blunt, right? So it's like a no taste at all. Like if you like something miya or sushi, it's sushi without any taste. That's it for me. Yeah.
So you are saying that emotional towards AI is much more like no taste at all, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
Uh,
sometimes.
Okay, sure. That's really
Right.
changed how we look at creativity work.
Mhm,
So looking beyond the theory, this also
mhm,
affects the real industry. Designers, writers, and artists are starting to work alongside AI tools, or sometimes even compete with them.
mhm,
So, what do you think, Mr. Khairul? Do you think
mhm.
that AI is more of a tool that enhances human creativity or a threat that might replace human artists in the future?
All right. For this one, I have also had this discussion before with my friend, which is in the industry right now, because this one can say AI really helped them, right? For example, before this, all right, if we do like a 7 process of work, we can just cut it into like a 3 process only, right? To develop ideas, yes. Okay, the one, yes, it's hard a lot because why? All right, before this, is even my era, before when I study, before this, right? It's like around 2004, for example, right? I need to go library, I need to go open books, like to get lots of information, right? So because why? First, this internet is hard to get, right? Not like it's easy like now. Just open your phone, yes. But before this, like you need to go cyber cafe, like you need to go to library for to get the access and open books, right? But now, all right, so using your phone right now, and even your phone have access to the AI, that really helps you to get lots of information, right? To get about this, about that, about that. All right, so lots of things is like in your touch already. Okay, so for me, it's like it is like helps, yes, but to replace, I think cannot. For example, all right, this discussion before with my friend who's in the industry, like AI can help to do advertising to get the ideation, but for the logo design is still terrible because why? To do a logo design, all right, is they need a lot of human touch because sometimes the AI cannot say before don't have much emotion, right? Sometimes people need emotion. People need something that kind of touch, human touch, right, to get the understanding. Because computers sometimes not understand what we're trying to convey. Sometimes, yeah. For me, is to help, yes, but to replace, no.
Yeah, okay, indeed. Actually, AI is like it's just a computering that is human generated into
Yes.
yeah, right. Instead of
Yeah.
just focusing on replacement, maybe the more important question is how people respond to this shift. How do you think creatives should adapt to AI becoming part of their workflow?
Oh, right. For this one, it's interesting because why I also apply with my class. So, right, it's normally you see like with the new era right now, students like getting more interesting to learn, right? Computer not just like a box like to create something. Yes, you can create something now easily, but you need to stand first. All right. What you can do is now is like the first part is like for to become to easy way to do a brainstorming. All right. You can generate ideas, for example, all right, brainstorming one of part that, all right, and then you can focus, all right. You need to like, for example, to do a more deep research, yes, all right, and then also can do like a personal archive, for example. Like right now, like you search something, you have ideas, but you don't know how to make it. And sometimes you don't know how to get it. So AI will help you, all right? And then to do something like to push more something your ideas, and then also can also make something a new storytelling also, yes, right? That's my creative part. AI can help you. Yeah.
Right. Actually, AI quite helping also. It's
Yes,
also
helping.
sometimes it's human lack of inspiration, but AI sometimes can help to generate some inspiration for me too.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so and finally, when audience consume content today, many
Mhm.
may not even know whether something it's made by a human or AI. Do you think this changed the value of meaning of art created by humans?
All right, for me is it's yes or no. But sometimes you need to, okay. Uh what I can say is if you train your eyes properly, right? Like me, I mean in the this kind of art of this art and design, which is in the digital art, right? Quite so long, like more than 20 years. All right. I can say like I'm train my eyes, right? Even I can saw it. There is AI because well, sometimes AI they do something like you can see that some error sometimes like a photography also like a generate image also you can see and somehow right now it got some of company they use this kind of image adjusted image to as their visual for their advertising, and then when they see it, oh yeah, this is the AI pictures or AI image, all right. But for me, it's like value or meaning active humans like how to change this one for me is like depend on the person, all right. So it's not worse for now. I guess people can know people can have values this kind of like AI. For me is for the tool for help them to make it something more different visual or make it something to make it them as the tool to help them for certain part, all right. So all right, for me is yeah, I can say you need to know how you need to know about this one first, all right, the fundamental first, and then after then you understand AI is can be much more better after that.
Understand.
Mm-mm.
Sure, that really brings us back to the core of today's topic.
Okay.
Not just what AI can do, but what creativity actually means to us.
Mhm.
So now let's move on into a short AI awareness segment. Today, AI is capable of creating art, music, or even stories within seconds. Tools like Google Gemini make this process fast and accessible to everyone. However, it's important to remember that AI is trained on large amount of human create data. This means what is produced is often based on existing work. So before we label AI as truly creative, we should pause and ask, is this real innovation or simple, a new form of imitation? Okay, before we move into our final segment, let's try a short listening activity. We are going to play two short music clips. One is created by human artists, and the other one is generated by AI. As you listen, think about this. Can you tell the difference, and does it change how you feel about the music?
You hang your coat on the same old chair. Kick off your shoes, drop your tired stare. The day's been loud, you can barely. Love is the word I really need, 'cause all the other word means nothing to me. Love is the word I really need.
After hearing this music, we would like to have two audience who would like to share their answers.
I think the first recording is AI because it's so obvious that it's like very very robotic. I say.
Okay. I would like to try another audience also.
I think the second song is be the AI because when I listen, I feel the song like I got hear another place something like that. It's same song like that.
Okay, thank you for responding. The answer will be given until the end of the broadcasting. If it's difficult to tell which is which, it's really sure how blurred the line between human and AI creativity has become today. So to summarize what Mr. Khairul just now have shared with us, that AI actually is a helping tool that help people to generate ideas that you need help from AI too, but sometimes AI cannot overlapping to the human needs also. That's why human also need to have some creativity on it. But as for AI cannot cover to the next generation. But as our creativity, we can recreate the creativity over and over again. So thank you to Mr. Khairul for sharing such a valuable insight today. It's clear that AI is reshaping the creative world, but it also challenges us to rethink what creativity really means. To our audience, what do you think? Can AI truly be creative, or is human creativity still irreplaceable?
I think I've learned a lot from you and also Mr. Khairul Anwar.
Okay.
I feel like that yes, AI tool have become very advanced, but also like I don't think that it can actually replicate human work because after all, they are taking our ideas and then they are just making something new out of it that doesn't belong to them.
Okay, thank you for responding. I would like to choose another audience for sharing their thoughts about this.
Okay, I think the AI is good, but it can help us to do a lot of things. But if we always use the AI, we don't know how to do the thing already because we always just use the AI, just search or when you want to do the homework you just I use the AI lah, ChatGPT lah, it's okay. So you don't know how to research anything before the thing is ready.
Okay. Thank you for answering, guys. Like what Mr. Khairul just said also, AI cannot be replaced to the human being. As for now on, creativity is being implemented into AI too. Therefore, AI cannot make any creativity, but it helps to inspiration to our new work or new project. That's all for today. So thank you for coming to this broadcast. Now I will try to share which is the music is AI. It's number 2. Do you guess the correct answer? Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Bye bye.
Beyond the answer.